Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hello,
Did it
everyone.
freeze? Oh, no. Uh-oh,
Hello.
I'm muted. I did something.
Okay, hold. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kelly, as you know, and today I am introducing a young lady that I am happy to call my friend. Her name is Jennifer Huff. She's a natural intuitive, energy reader, healer, tarot reader, light worker, and so much more. She's here to join me for a regular weekly on Tuesdays. But tonight, she's going to start off by helping me to show all of you that all of us are just normal folks too, with real life struggles, but that all of us are also so much more than we've been told to believe. Jennifer, I would like to give you a warm welcome and thank you for being on the channel. How are you today?
I'm good, darling. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I might cry. Just tears of joy.
Okay.
Tears of
That's
joy.
okay. That's all right. I'll hand you a tissue.
People think that you go through a spiritual awakening and all of a sudden you're like enlightened and meditating on all day, when it's not like that at all.
No, it's really not.
I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Clintons were evil. When I remember, I spent about a decade being a drunk, and I remember hearing about Trump was going to run for president, and I'm like, what? Are we being punked? I'm looking for Ashton Kutcher to run out and be a whatever.
Right.
But
just
then I started thinking about it, and I'm like,
just be careful what words you use so that we don't get censored
oh,
on the tube. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I started thinking maybe that would be a good idea, So I was always right leaning, kind of, but
Right.
I thought the Great Awakening was political. I had no idea it was spiritual until we went on I live in Augusta, Georgia, and our lockdown was 30 days. It wasn't shit. So I'm at home and I'm, researching, and I find out about the little ones under us.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady, she's all of a sudden she says something about a Pleiadian, and I'm like, what the fuck's
You froze.
Yeah, I froze. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. Pick up at what's the
Pleiadian. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's a Pleiadian? And then I hear Galactic Federation. I'm like, what the fuck's that? I had to find out. It piqued my interest immediately. So I came across Lori Ladd, and I'm like, wow, some of this stuff she's talking about makes sense. Some of it's a little, a little weird, but I felt like I should continue. And it was amazing. She taught me how to observe my thoughts and trust myself. And then I came across another channel trying to open my third eye, and it was Aaron Doherty. And he started to preach a lot of the Dolores Canon and the Law of One and all that. Yeah. And when I found out our subconscious mind created our reality, it's like, well, then what the hell did we create? Yeah. Then I found out about the 3 letters and how they roll. Well, I started to, just kind of open myself up to, hey, okay, maybe we're magical. Hey, Birdie, hey, kitty. All right, and maybe we're magical. Maybe we do have gifts. I always knew that children had these gifts, and society stomped them out. So I mean, it just kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Well, I've always known I'm an empath, and I remember my best friend, she experienced some trauma, and I got off the phone with her and I was like, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to heal her. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it.
Right.
So I go over to her house, talk, and I said, humor me, hon. And she's Wiccan, so she knows about energy work and stuff like that. And I just said, humor me, hon. Just sit in front of me and put your hands on your heart and start to visualize the light coming from my heart to yours. And so I did that, and I started walking her through a meditation, just letting my intuition guide me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I just knew to reach up with my left hand and go into her energetic field and just kind of grab it. And then I'm like, holy fuck, man, I'm holding something in my hands. What is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I do with it? I didn't know what to do with it. So I put it inside myself like an idiot. I put it in my own heart. So, yeah. So I keep feeling that I'm getting more and more out, and it started to feel like I was pulling it out. And then it started to feel like there wasn't anything there anymore. So I was like, all right, babe, you're healed. And this is a tough broad. She does not cry at all.
Right.
Next thing I know, she's collapsing my arms, crying. And then she looks up at me. I said, how do you feel, hon? She looks up at me and she's like, oh my God, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulder. I didn't tell her I didn't know what I was doing,
Right.
you know? And got this in me, I gotta get rid of it. And I knew from Lori Ladd, I could raise my vibrations to listening to music. So I got in the car and I said, okay, I'm setting the intention that every song is going to fit my mood on the radio. I'm going to have a great ride home. And as I take this 15-minute journey home, all the, density was just going to leave my body.
Right.
And then I go home and I like almost like if I was high on E or something, but it was completely sober. You know,
Yeah.
I was just in such a elated state. But I didn't really know I had done that. You know, I was like, okay, well, Kat feels better. I didn't mean to say her name. Catherine feels better, you know, cool. But yeah, she texted me the next day and told me that she had experienced, she'd heard of healing hands and that she'd done energy work before. She's experienced energy work, but she told me that I had a gift.
Yeah.
And I still wasn't quite sure if I believed her, because it's like, well, what just happened here? And then I started to talk to other people and connect to other star seeds and realize I did that. And if I can do that, then everybody can do that.
We all can.
You know? And I've been on this journey. Like, I joke with my husband and say, like, Harry Potter, I got my Hogwarts letter. You know, it's like the owl hunted me down and handed me my letter. Yeah. And ever since then, all I've wanted to do is hand people their letters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, I mean, and it's kind of, yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah. I love hearing people's stories of their journey to get there too. It's always so fun. Yeah. I mean, not fun, but you know what I mean. For me, it's a very enjoyable thing to learn about, because you're really learning your true power.
Exactly. And learning that it comes from within, because we've been conditioned to look everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, when I was 25, I started having panic attacks. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. Just all of a sudden I thought I was going to die. And so a friend tells me to go to a doctor. He didn't tell me to meditate. He didn't tell me to do yoga. He gave me some pills.
Right.
You know, and that's what they do. They don't, like Michael Jackson says, they don't care about us.
That's right.
You know, and it's like, it's a beautiful thing that we are now uncovering and figuring out who they are, you know,
and who we are.
And I feel it's important. Yeah. And how much more badass we are than they, you know? And I can't imagine people who don't know any of this going through a spiritual awakening and not realizing it.
Right.
You know, like they got to be losing their mind right now. Yeah. They've got to be absolutely losing their mind.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that they look at us like we're losing our mind, because we feel so empowered and we truly believe that we can do so many more things than society agrees with. So it's a weird mirror situation.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but people in Augusta, Georgia are awake.
Yeah.
They are awake. The majority of them. I speak to everyone as though they know we're in a spiritual war. And the majority of them, they're on my level.
Right.
It's
Well, that's
amazing.
great.
And it wasn't like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more of us than we, and there's so many people staying quiet. And it's time to, like Janine will say, stand up and be counted.
That's right.
You know, I'm even at my end to get on Facebook. I'm like, you need to post some memes, put your 2 cents in something.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And I think that's what everybody has to do.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
it's that I think
like,
that's really beautiful that there's so many people in your area that are on the same page that you're on. That's really beautiful and rare. Maybe we all need to move to Augusta, Georgia.
well, I'm in. Come on. Come be my neighbor.
I hear they have beaches.
I live in like a. I'm about 2.5 hours away from a beach, but you know that's not far at all.
Peaches.
It's not far.
Peaches.
You know, we're in the belt. Peaches. Yes.
Peaches.
Okay. Peaches. Yes. We got plenty
yes,
of those.
And yes, I'm familiar.
Yes.
I'm familiar with that Bible Belt that you're in because I was raised in that Bible Belt in Arkansas.
You know all about it.
Oh, I know all
about it.
So that's, I mean, that's really special that so many people there awake, because to answer your question, how are the people here? Yes, they're awake to the politics, the pharmaceuticals, the lies the government has put on us, etc. And they believe that it's a holy war. But see, that's the thing. They call it a holy war, not a spiritual war, because they're still in that Bible Belt way of thinking. You see, they are still waiting for a savior. They're still
looking for Jesus to come.
Yeah. They're not ready to be on board with that we are who we've been waiting for. Yeah, they're not ready for that yet. But they're lovely, awakened, good old country folks that they know that we're being shepherded, you know, however you say that. We're being sheep herded.
Yeah.
Like they know. They know.
But, you know,
we're in.
When I'm talking to somebody that when I tell them that the word revelation means the lifting of the veil, and I say it's not our apocalypse, theirs. And then they start to get it, you know, and I don't ever mention politics. I haven't had to mention politics in a year. I would just take whatever weirdness was going on and go, that's interesting. Coin shortage. Okay. You know, I'll tell a customer, don't worry about that 25%. I got you. We'll get through this fake coin shortage together. If they chuckle, I know they're on the same page. They look at me like, fluoride stare with the 3 freaking masks on, you know, bug eyed looking at me like I'm crazy. I know. And I just let it be.
Yeah. Because one's not enough anymore. Let's wear 5.
Yep.
Stupid. It's so, like, I'm not even allowed to say on YouTube what I think about that. So we'll just leave it. So let's go back to your journey. Tell me more about your journey. Tell us.
Okay. Well, I was a guitar player. And I was learning sign language, and I was not the best guitar player in the world. I was okay, but I was a damn good songwriter. Damn good.
Are you a damn good?
And then I watched this TV show, and then I'm not anymore. Well, I got tendonitis in both my wrists because of beginner's enthusiasm. I signed my way into tendonitis.
Gotcha.
And I was really angry because 2 of the things I love to do, I couldn't do anymore.
Yeah.
And that was 6 years ago.
Right.
And then once we started the layers of the entertainment industry started to peel back, and we were like, whoa, you know, I was like, oh, I see why that happened. Because they would have, you know, I don't think I would have been skyrocketed to fame, but they would have got a hold of my material and stolen it.
Right.
There's no telling what
Very
would happen,
likely. Yeah. Very
you
likely.
know?
Yeah.
And
Or
yeah.
well, I mean, they seek
Um,
out the light workers, so
and I was, I think that I was trying not to wake up. I think my first panic attack was me trying to wake up and break free of the matrix. But somebody said go to a doctor, so I went to a doctor, and then the pills just probably stomped that out, and I was hanging out, downtown with bands and bars and just in that lifestyle. And I know where that would have led now, and I didn't expect to realize that I was magical and then start learning tarot. That just kind of happened. And honestly, to be honest, the reason I bought a deck of cards is because I was watching Tarot by Janine. I was starting to pick up things, and I wanted to find out if Guns N' Roses was part of the cult. That's what I wanted to ask the cards that.
right.
And I still haven't been able to figure it out because and I'm sure they are quite yet as a reader, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I just need more practice. I think if I actually just get over my last little bit of insecurities that I have and squash those and just start actually just saying, fuck it, and just reading for people, then I think
Yeah.
I'll be unstoppable. I really
Yeah.
do.
You have a great talent with it, and you do have to just jump right in. I mean, I had to just jump right in.
Mhm.
I was very video shy, and here I am now, doing my own shows. So you do have to just jump right in with both feet.
I never thought I'd be doing this.
Yeah.
I never in a million years would have thought I'd be doing this. And even with my job, I don't make a lot of money. It's minimum wage. I mean, it's not a glamorous job, but it was convenient. And then when I was thinking, okay, I need to make more money, something kept me there. And I've been able to help people during this time just by talking to them and giving them a little bit of hope, planting seeds. And I have regular customers that I talk to all the time. And I understand now why I was meant to be here during this time. I wasn't supposed to be the part of the people being the new news. That wasn't my role. My role was to help people realize that they're magical. And, I feel like if everybody shares their story, we can build a really good survival guide for the people who are about to be shocked awake.
I think
they're not going to have any choice.
I think so too. And we also build a good, strong network together where we encourage more people to come out and speak about their truth and speak about their journey and use their voice again, really set in their power. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know that we're there for each other.
And, mm-hmm. And what I've noticed a trend with the I guess truth or community or whatever, where it's like people get a following and they're so over the target, so they're getting pulled. They have to go to other platforms, and that's making room for new people to come on this platform. And it's a good place to start.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk around our words and get really creative, but that can be kind of fun too. You can find the silver lining there.
Exactly.
But like I think I was watching Mel K say, there's room now. Everybody's been taken down. Come on,
Yeah.
And I encourage more and more people to do it.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Nobody really, people are so hung up in their own security. But right now, everybody wants the truth. We all got a piece of the puzzle. Everybody wants the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Literally watching the videos. They've got them, they're playing them in the background while they're cleaning their house, while they're doing other things, while they're taking care of kids. They want the truth. They want to know that they're not alone.
Right.
And
exactly.
It's like, I mean, I noticed today, like I can't watch the crap on TV. I'd rather watch three intelligent and enlightened people have a conversation, you know?
Yeah.
And that's become more of an entertainment for me than anything they can stream. Anything.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And I think for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
I mean, our
But
our trendsetters, I have to give a hand and applaud all of our new news outlets that we have in all various forms of news and information. I mean, they are way showers, and they were the ones that built the foundation.
Yes.
To this whole movement. And I want to applaud all of them for their courage, their passion, their intellect, and their wit to outwit the dark side that always was trying to stop them. I mean, it was almost humorous at times to watch what they would do, you know, to move from place to place and platform to platform, changing their words around and, you know, different kinds of stuff, because we actually have become modern day, how do you say that word? Culpers, modern day culpers. You know, back during the Revolutionary War in 1776, they passed the notes from one to another and nobody really knew each other. And they were called culpers. And that's how we won the war. And so we are the new revolution. We are the modern day culpers. And I just love that. I just think that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, we rock, man.
It really is.
We rock. Everybody's rocking. I love it.
And you know, like there's that channel Esoteric Atlanta. She's just so adorable. I just want to put her in my pocket and carry her around with me all day. She's adorable. She does the deep dives into the lost books of the Bible. And she was on Nicholas Viniam's show, and she gave a cliff notes of what she had learned. And you know, it's like the enormity hit me all over again. We came here to fight the same enemy that Jesus Christ was fighting.
Yes,
we're finishing what he started.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
It's like,
yes,
I paused the show, sat here, and I cried. And then all of a sudden, there Christ was sitting in front of me, and it was like he was just cheering me on. And I was like, I know, I understand it now.
Yeah,
you know, I understand what I got to do.
This is not about religions. This is not about anything other than sitting in your Christ-minded power, because you said it right there. See, I was given these terms, these phrases as a child by God. I would be downloaded with these terms and phrases, and we are here to finish what Jesus started, and we are who we've been waiting for. You know, everybody's waiting for Jesus, but no, Jesus came in a 7 million kind of number this time. Jesus came back in mass. Yeah, exactly. And it ain't got a damn thing to do with being a Christian.
Exactly. And you know, if you look at the 144,000 in Revelations, you look at Dolores Cannon's 3 Waves of Volunteers, and then you look at that Hopi prophecy, it's all the same damn thing. And what I heard about each one of them, my heart lit up, and it was like, oh my God, this is what I'm here to do.
Right.
You know, and
just pause there for just
it's
a second.
The most important.
And let's just explain to the viewers what you mean by those numbers, because the 144,000 are the angels that are earthbound now, right?
Okay. Yeah. As far as I know, I mean, I honestly, I haven't read all of the Bible.
Yeah. And then there's and like Dolores Cannon talked about the 3 waves, that was the 3 waves of the initial star seeds that came to the planet. And in total, there will be 7 million. And then the third one was what? I done forgot.
Wow.
What was the third thing you said?
I'm not real familiar. It's called the Hopi prophecy.
Rainbow
prophecy.
Yes, of the rainbow children.
Yeah.
And do you know why we're called the rainbow children? Okay, because we are the bridge. Oh. We're the bridge. We're the rainbow.
I gotcha.
We're the bridge. The chakras are rainbow.
Mhm.
We're learning how to connect our chakras. We're learning how to sit in our true power. We are the rainbow children because we are the bridge between the old and the new. Yeah.
I love it.
Because we're making the old
That's awesome.
new again.
Yeah.
We're the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, this is random as hell, but when I get into all this and I'm hearing these terms thrown around like new age, and I'm like, wait a minute, these things that are quote unquote new age, aren't they ancient teachings? You know, like
Well, a
how
lot
can,
of them,
you
yeah.
know, if people are like
Yeah.
yeah, like I
mean,
don't even understand where the new age
they are
comes
trying
from.
they're trying to muddy the waters of us getting in touch with spirituality again, you know, similar to what they did in the Woodstock days, where they pushed the drugs and the rock and roll and the sex premise and stereotyped everybody that, you know, that's all they wanted. But I mean, that's not what the hippie movement was about, you know. It
Right.
wasn't about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It was about ushering in the age of Aquarius, true peace on the entire globe for everyone, equal prosperity opportunities for everyone, you know, giving people back their natural rights, their God-given rights. That's what the hippie movement was about. Those baby boomers remember that. And since then, the majority of those baby boomers are now the people who are out there screaming their venomous, hateful talk on every show that will let them have a platform. You know, a lot of our celebrities that are baby boomers, they're out there spitting their venom and evil, and they have nothing. They're so far away from where they came from, it's not even funny, because they all came from that peace and love movement, and they're not living and walking in peace and love anymore. It's a real shame, but it's because of it's because of the powers that be muddying the water and pushing the drugs and pushing the sex and pushing the stereotype to keep them from waking up then. And here's the thing, though, we can't hate them for it. We can't hate any of the people involved in that for that, because I think that was part of God's divine plan all along, was to bring in waves at a time and get this seed of this thought planted generations ahead of time before the Great Awakening happened. Because I know for myself, even when I was 2 and 3 years old, I knew that we were going to have a Great Awakening that would happen in my late 40s. And I could not wait to grow up. I was so pissed that I had to go back through school again. I was so irritated with that. I remember being so fucking pissed that I had to do this school again. And
I can't imagine
I'm like, they teach everything wrong. I don't want to go to this school again. And my mother's like, you're crazy. You've never been to this school, Kelly. And I'm like, but I have. But I did. But
and,
yeah.
You know, looking on it now, I'm 10th grade education.
Yeah.
Cliche, dropped out of high school, worked at McDonald's.
You're a statistic.
You know, I just knew. And then I had this pressure on me to go back to college until a couple of years ago. I just looked up at my husband one day and I said, I don't think I need to go to college. And he's like, you don't. I've been telling you that. And once I finally kind of let that go, I started to feel free to become who I am.
Yeah.
You know, because I still must know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, other people my age that went through the education system, and the higher the degree, the more
disconnected
stuck on themselves they are.
Yeah, totally disconnected, totally feeding into that societal framework of brainwash to be egotistical, to really think this is a dog eat dog world, and to be competitive no matter what, you know. Yeah, they totally buy into it. The more education they get, the more they buy into it, unfortunately, for most people. Not all people, but most people. I know some very highly educated people that are very awake, very, very awake. So you can't lump them all together. You know, it's not everybody that's highly educated, but it does seem to be the norm for people. Yeah. There's some of the lucky few, the people that I know that didn't get drug under by it.
They just must have never fallen under the spell.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
because like when I first found about what they were doing to the I think we froze, babe.
Yeah, you're okay. Go ahead.
All right. When I found out what the people were doing to the little ones, I was telling anybody who would stop and talk to me, and they would just say, "Yeah, that happens. What can we do?" And I'm just like, "Well, we got to do something, you know."
Yeah.
And it was so hard knowing about that, and until people started finally marching in the streets, And I went to a little Save the Children rally in Augusta, and there was hardly nobody there. It was sad. Nobody there.
That is sad. That is very sad.
They had other kind of rallies. They had other kind of rallies that were great turnouts.
Yeah.
But I just don't think people knew at that time. They were just starting it out.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't realize the magnitude of it, and they don't really want to. Nobody does. Nobody really wants to realize the implications of that, because let's think about it. All of my family were right wingers, okay, except for a small few, and they were left. Yeah. And I was raised in that environment. So, and in Arkansas, and we all know who ran Arkansas. So, we were always running to their events and supporting them, and lots of money was donated to them, and many other people. And when these older people especially learn of what has been going on and where their money has been going and funding, it's going to wreck people. It's going to wreck them. It's going to hurt them so deeply, because they are not only going to learn of such heinous, unimaginable crimes that were committed, but they funded it. They funded it. That's going to mess them up bad. I mean, so you can't you can't blame them for not wanting to know. I think some part of them has this instinct that they know it must be really bad. And that's their self-defense mechanism, is to just shut it off, not hear it, not believe it. It didn't happen. Stick my head in the sand, pretend like it's not real. If I can't see the little people, I don't know that it happened. Self-defense mechanism.
Exactly.
So people like myself have to get people like them to stop the knee-jerk self-defense mechanisms, be honest with themselves about themselves, and then be able to be honest about everything else and see the truth for what it is. Yeah. Because we do have to stop.
Unfortunately, I think everybody's going to have to see it.
I do too.
And I feel for the people. I feel for the people who want to see proof. Like, do you really know what you're asking to see when you tell me you want to see proof?
Yeah, because once you
have an acquaintance, a friend.
Once those images are in their head, they're never going to be able to.
Exactly. Like I had found online on this website, I could type in celebrities and pull up their arrest records. If I wanted to pay money, I could pay $1. I could have joined the site and got the detailed of the arrest records and known what their crimes. I didn't need to spend the money because I already knew. Well, this liberal friend wanted proof so bad. I took screenshots of 4 different celebrities with their addresses, their name, their ages, all correct. So that's not proof. Do you need to see the videos that they make when they're doing their thing? Because I don't want to see it. I have no desire to look at any of that.
Yeah.
When Jim Caviezel was talking about the sound of freedom, I think that I tapped into a past life where I could have possibly been one of the children.
Yeah.
And I just, all of a sudden, it was so scary. I hopped out real quick and started praying, and and then my husband comes in the room, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the fetal position crying, you know. And I mean,
Yeah.
I've been hardened up to a lot of this for, a while now. So for him to see me like doubled over, it was like, oh my God, I think I was down there in another lifetime.
Yeah. Well,
I
and also,
don't want to see no more.
yeah. And also as an empath and being as strong as an intuitive as you are, you could have simply been seen through their eyes also, because do you know that we have that ability? We can actually step inside of each other's memories.
Oh yeah.
And eyes view to see things around us and really feel another person's emotion and their experience of a situation. Like we can actually do that, and it will feel just like it's us. We're there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not that I'm just
I believe
counting
it.
that it could have been a past life thing. I wanted to add to that, you know, that
I don't know what it was.
as a strong empath, I want people to understand that you can experience that through someone else. It doesn't have to be your own experience. And it's still equally as bad.
That really does make sense. Because I mean, if you were to come on and you had a disease or a discomfort in your body, I'd feel it.
Right.
If something was weighing on your heart, I'd know.
Right.
We wouldn't be able to hide it from you.
Right, exactly. Because
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. All I know is whatever I tapped into, I wanted out. Yeah. It was horrifying.
Right. Because it's not even the level of bad that we thought existed, because now that level of bad is still bad, but it doesn't seem near as bad anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the level of abuse that we were aware of that could take place with our children and such was bad enough.
Compared to what they're really doing.
But it does not compare to the levels they go to. I mean, it's beyond. Oh, yeah. It's beyond words. Yeah, but go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying it's funny how you got all these you got people say, oh yeah, I know what happened at that pedo island. I saw that episode on Netflix. No, you don't know what happened there. Everything's whitewashed.
Yeah.
You don't do your own research, you're not getting the full picture.
Don't trust that channel. That's what I say. Yeah. But the positive to take away from the knowing what level of different things are happening is to realize our true power, realize who we really are, because then we can understand that we can take all of that energy and we can transmute it into something more positive. Exactly. We can heal these people with our thoughts. We can heal this planet with our thoughts.
Exactly.
And we have to all come back to that note. Not be fearful, not be angry. Yeah, we should be pissed. I'm not saying just don't be pissed and don't care. I'm saying transmute it. Transmute that pissed off feeling, that sadness, transmute it. And let's start healing these people, because rescued or not rescued, we can help them now. We are not powerless to helping them now, this day, this very day that we're in. All we have to do is focus our healing energy toward them and our love toward them and our intent on seeing everything good, healthy, and safe again. Transmute it, guys. Use your fucking energy.
Visualize.
Yeah. I mean, let's
what I like to do is
let's really do something about it.
Mhm. I never say it correctly, but Palo Santo, the holy wood, I burn that when I pray. And I just usually say, I set the intention for this light to go out to the light warriors, to whoever needs it, to,
Yes.
the children, to the military, the whole world.
Right.
And, I feel like we're all doing it in our own way,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just by helping each other. And, I really am seeing with my own eyes humanity flip. Before the lockdown, people didn't really talk to each other that much at my
Yeah.
job unless somebody was trying to borrow money or somebody was trying to flirt. But
Right.
now people are waiting on their food and they're having intellectual conversations. And I'd never seen that before,
Yes.
so it is changing.
Yes.
And it's changing a lot faster than we think. It just depends on how much, I guess where you live and,
Right.
how much you see of it.
Right.
I work with the public, so I see a lot every day.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool.
And I love
Mhm.
synchronicity because I just had this conversation earlier today about how this lockdown has actually been a blessing in disguise. And
Oh yeah.
and it was originally called the coronavirus, and if you translate corona into English from Spanish, it means crown, the crown of Christ, right? Christ
Mhm.
started
Yep.
really kicking into gear.
Yep.
I don't know how many light workers said to me, I didn't really start waking up until 2020. And I told my mother at the beginning of 2020,
Yeah.
I said, you watch,
Yeah.
this is going to be a pivotal year. And 2021 is going to be even more pivotal. And she said, why do you say that? And I said, because hindsight is 2020. And when we look back on 2020, we're going to see with new eyes. Veils are going to be lifting. And sure enough, they have been. I mean, I am just, even myself, I'm guilty knowing what I know and walking it my whole life. Until 2019, I would look around this world and I would think, how in heaven's name are we ever supposed to get all these people to just stop what the fuck they're doing and listen and really wake up?
Yeah.
Like, how is this supposed to happen, God? I don't understand this divine plan you have. Okay, great. We're supposed to have a great awakening. Okay, great. We're supposed to do this and that. But how are we going to get them to listen? How are we going to get them to listen? And I'm like, and I knew it was supposed to happen by the end of my 40s. And I knew I was turning 49 this year. And I'm like, the clock's ticking. I'm 49 this year. We're running out of time.
A lot of people are talking like the shift's gonna hit the fan this month, and I feel it. I really do.
Well,
I don't get hung up on dates. We're on God's timing, but
yeah,
I feel like they're looking in on us every day.
Yeah.
Seeing where the active is.
Yeah, me too. But here's the thing that I want to point out to people about those dates and what's supposed to happen next and this and that we're waiting on other people to do. Here lately, I don't focus on those things at all anymore. My focus is completely toward my intention for this planet, for these people, for the outcome that we're going to have.
Bringing it down.
Yeah. Usher it in. Let's be the ones to usher it in.
Me too.
We don't have to wait on the military. I know that you don't. I just want to point that out to our viewers, that we don't have to wait for any specific date.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we do have
it can be as simple as you're laying. Yeah, it can be as simple as you're laying in bed with your husband or your girlfriend or whatever, and you just talk about, oh wow, the world is healthy. Look at our neighbors. They're playing together with their children and their families. Everybody's happy. The rightful people are where they're supposed to be. You see it and you intend it. You match that feeling to it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I feel like combine energies with somebody, it magnifies those intentions.
Yes. That's right. And the key is always, Yeah. And the key to manifestation is always to focus the intention and see the outcome, but to feel the emotional response to those outcomes. That's the real, that's the alchemical process in creation and manifestation. Yeah. Really feel that emotional component of it, because that's what makes us create.
I've got a little trick. I got a little trick for the viewers, or especially the ones who have cats. I grab my cat before I do my affirmations and I snuggle with him for a few minutes, and he's purring, and then I feel that warmth, that love. And then it's all of a sudden, abundance is my natural state of being. Every day I discover more of who I am, and I say him over and over again, you know. And I mean, that's what helps me to get the feeling quicker, you know, because you can't be sad when you're purring on your chest. You just can't.
Right. Yes. And yeah, that's a great thing. That's a great bit of advice for people to help them to quickly raise their vibration. That's really beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Snuggle with your pet, listen to your favorite song.
Yeah.
You know, take a shower.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm talking to people and trying to get them to understand vibration, I say, okay, quickest way to do it, take a shower. So pay close attention to how you feel right before you get in, and then pay attention to how you feel when you get out.
Yes.
And they're always come back to me and go, oh my God, you're right. You know, and I'm like, you just got to kind of play around with it and really tune into how you feel.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
I know I need to work on grounding, you know.
Water is very cleansing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to the next day trip. I can't freaking wait. I'm going to see the ocean.
Nice. Awesome.
Yes.
Lucky you. I love the ocean.
Yeah.
And I
haven't been in like 8
on all sides of me. I don't have no ocean.
Will you just come visit me in Georgia and we'll take a day trip? We'll pick a beach and we'll drive.
We'll take our peaches to the beaches.
My dad's got the hookup on the peaches too, y'all. My dad's got the hookup on the peaches. I don't know where he gets them, but they're awesome.
Right on.
They're awesome.
I love a good peach.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a great place to leave this for now.
I do too. This is a lot of fun. I'm proud of myself for doing this, and I encourage other people to speak out.
Yes.
Don't be shy.
Yes. And get a hold of me.
I had butterflies.
Speak out. I'd be glad to put you on the show.
Yep, absolutely. That's how this happened. You know, I saw you on David Cohen's show, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this woman. And then when we talked, it was like there's my sister.
Yeah.
And it was just the best friend. That's how you know it's soul family.
Yes. Yes. Well, but some are stronger than others, you know, because I was like,
absolutely.
Jennifer Huff. I know her. Like I knew your name somehow, you know. And even your husband, when you said your husband's name, I'm like, I know them. And we've never met, guys.
It's wild because we don't even. Yeah, you never met. I don't have shit for a social media following. None of that. You know, I'm on my sixth fake book account.
Yeah.
And, you know, I gotta even know how to operate Telegram.
Yep.
They did it without a warning, just gone.
I got canned on Telegram the same day our president did. I was part of the mass exodus of people that got canned from Twitter that day because I was sharing like crazy. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Got the boot the same day. But yeah, we didn't know each other, guys, in this lifetime, but we knew that we know each other. And so when you feel that feeling, act on that. It's well worth your while. Act on that. That's how you meet your soul tribe. That's how you meet your soul
tribe. If your gut rest or their fingernails or whatever, do it. That's your higher self guide.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So yeah, if
Well, this has
anybody,
been amazing.
it has been amazing. And if anyone else is listening and they would like to speak up and own their truth and tell it to the world and join our light worker force, please reach out to us. We are looking for you. We are totally
We're
looking
waiting for you.
for you. We're waiting for you
All right, girl.
with open arms.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, and I got my I guess I can show it, but I can't really say it. Yep.
I love it.
But
Love it.
I'm about to go snuggle with my kitties
All
and chill out.
right. Well, you have a
But
great night.
This was great, and I can't wait to do this next.
Yeah.
You too,
Every
darling.
Tuesday, you guys.
Love you.
Love you. Bye, guys.